Hello and welcome back to American Farming. Right, we are here with the case once again over in field 85 if I'm not mistaken. The one in which we're going to put wheat. We are in March, so as per our crop calendar, now is a good time to put the wheat in. That's something we'll use for the chickens. We'll use a bit of wheat to turn into mineral feed as well, and just generally we need to use it for a few different things. So yeah, we'll turn it into mineral feed for the cows, and then for chickens we can use it as 50% of their food, followed by corn, sorghum, soybeans by 40, and then potato, sugar beet cut, and alfalfa for their moisture food. Right, so we'll hop straight into the case, no faffing. We do want to switch this over to wheat, so we will have... oh, we need to switch both over to wheat. Why does it say? Right, so that's set to wheat. Ah, right, okay, good. Oh, no, there we go. This is somewhat frustrating, having the two, because they technically are two separate drills, which makes it a bit frustrating when you're trying to switch the crop type around and get it proper to what you're after, which is a bit, yeah, as I say, a bit frustrating indeed. It is nice that it can do this, though. I will admit that's very nice. Let's just get reversed here. But yeah, it can be a bit frustrating, that's for certain. But let's get straight in. The one thing that really has me liking this drill, especially, is that it is a no-till drill, meaning we don't have to cultivate first. That, I have to be honest, is probably the main reason I'm using it. And the width is nice. The 9 meters is pretty good to have, I will admit that as well. However, I am a bit disappointed in how it works. But again, that's not something, that's just the way it is, really. Now, are we getting that ground as well? I don't think we are. Right, now that the trees are out... yeah, no, we're following the field there. One thing I did add in is the dust scale, so we can left shift. I'm going to bring it down to 0.5. Yes, because it just seems a bit, the dust is a bit flickery. At least with the lime it was quite flickery. Here we can adjust it as we go as well to find the right amount, but we are at least getting in the wheat. Here, we'll put that up to 0.7, not 0.7, that's fine. No flickering from the dust there. I think that there are the odd flickering issues on this map, but again, I need to stress the fact that it is a massive, massive map, and I think that's just part of it, to be honest. It's just things are loading and working, and blimey, these deer just love getting in the way. They absolutely love running directly, look at that, directly into my kit. Ah, silly deer, silly, silly deer. Right, well, we do need to get this done as well as rolled, but I'm going to look into getting a helper possibly to do the rest of this drilling, and then we can at least bring down the Alice. The whole first episode did involve liming and drilling and rolling, so I don't want to overdo it with that in episode 2, especially because in April we're going to be doing the same thing again. We do have to get all of our fields done, that's just the way it goes. But the nice thing about this is that these fields are on the smaller side, so they're not overtly massive fields. And you know what, even if we have a few extra time lapses, it's not a big deal. At most, usually my time lapses are 1 or 2, maybe 3 in an episode, and they're about maybe a minute maximum long, so I'm not too worried if this series has a few extra time lapses, I guess. I'm sure that's fine as well. So I just want to see... oh, right, tree, watch yourself. Right, we are still putting in the bloody fertilizer, so we do have to, every time we turn around, we do have to... actually, it's a good opportunity to get helper on. Let's get lined up, because then what I can do is I can get the Alice brought down, and then at least keep an eye on the helper. But this is a nice straight path we can get a helper on. But I am very tempted to look at upgrading the drill in the future. It's a great drill, fret not, like, don't get me wrong, but it's just a touch annoying with that, having to, I wish you could, basically I wish you could control it as one unit, but you do still control them as two. They are technically in tandem, as you can see, they're not connected or anything, it's just hydraulics that push them together, so that, yeah, well, we'll touch that a little bit up, not a problem. Right, we'll let the case crack on. We'll head over to the Alice, which is the farthest away. Right, not a problem. I do really like this tractor as well. Very pleased. Yes, here we have, just to show you, from the end of the last episode, we got the rolling done. So now the alfalfa is in fact going. Now, it does say nitrogen is good, not perfect, as if we've overshot, which is possible that we've put too much on for alfalfa. Is very, very possible. I should probably have a check on the... Oh, have you stopped? That's very strange. Right, I'm just going to have a quick check here and see. Okay, it's reading perfect. That's good. Yeah, I think we just had a bit too much for the alfalfa. Now, why have you stopped completely? It's a bit strange. Right, we'll set you off again. Hopefully you don't get confused. Don't know what happened there, but that's not a problem. Just get spun round this way. Nice, okay. Lowered and fired up. Alright, we'll set you off again. Should be alright. Nice, I think we're doing fine there now. One thing I haven't purchased, which I think we might need at some point in the future, is an auger trailer. I should have thought about that before, but again, I put loads of kit in to make this as sort of as functioning of a farm as possible, especially with all the interesting American kit, the new kit I'm not really super used to. So yeah, I think an auger trailer though would be very beneficial, especially for fertilizer and seed and that, for bringing it down to the field. Because I do not want to have to essentially refill, or strip down the drill, fold it up, lift it, raise it, turn it off, all that stuff, just to go back to the farm and load up on fertilizer. So I think that might be something I have to look into. Even just a small one would be brilliant. But I'll look at the many options. I know I've seen a few, and I think I have one that I've added into this series, but I'll have to check that in just a moment. As I say, I just want to get down to the field here, because the next task for this field is to roll it, of course. So the sooner we can get ready, set up and ready, the better. Now I'd like to see them going the other way now. Nope, just sat there again. Bloody hell. That's not on, mate. That's not on at all. Maybe it's the drill. It's very possible that it's just the drill that has caused this confusion. Well, what I'm going to do then is I will get this small patch here done, just the one up here, and then I'll set the roller on as a helper. I think that they will probably go quicker than the drill though. Yeah, that's a bit frustrating. Anyways, I will go up and down myself here. I'm just going to get set up very quickly here, finish this little bit. Actually, I guess we don't even need the back drill on. Oh, we need that one on though. Yeah, it's a bit confusing. I will show you another drill that I have that I'd like to potentially use. But yeah, that is going to be a touch annoying, certainly. I think I've missed a bit as well. There we go. Alright. So I will stick this on a helper again just to get set up with the Alice, because as I say, we are going to be doing loads of drilling, planting, rolling, fertilizing, liming and all that in the next few episodes, because we do just have to get it done. We've got another 4 fields that need to be sorted and dealt with in April. So that's 2 cornfields, a silage cornfield, and a field of sorghum as well. Nice. Okay, at least that's sort of working. Now we'll get this unfolded and get it lined up here on this end of the field. Now hopefully the helper doesn't have any issues with this, but I guess we'll see once we set it off. Yeah, we'll just get it started ourselves. And there we go. Oh, crack on. You're alright. That should do all that. Oh, hang on. Got some action. I think we've got some turning around going on here. Something's happening. Right, and the one time that you've actually missed some, and I need you to get it, and they were going to turn around. So that's fine, we'll just get it ourselves. There we go, alright. Oh, actually, I think if I select... Oh no, I was hoping to see... I was hoping that it was going to... Are you having a laugh? What is going on? Okay, I thought the roller was also not working, but what also happened there? Is this drill cursed or something? Because this is not... This is not on. Right, the only issue I have with the other drill that I want to use is that it is not a direct seed drill. So it does not direct drill or no-till or whatever you call it, which is a shame because this is a great drill, works fine, sort of, but for some reason it has its issues. I think I'll just get it done myself. The roller is helper. We've got helper on the roller. That's fine. I'll go up and down this field a handful of times, get it done, and then we'll have the wheat all drilled in. And we have the final pass of wheat, and that is that. Absolutely brilliant. I think we missed this very small bit right here. Just get that, and done. Beautiful. So, yeah, even though it shows... Like, that is just confusing. So if you have that one down, and then you go and lift that, it only lifts the front one. I have to toy around with it and see. Usually, if you have 2 things hooked up, shift and then lower or raise does tend to work, but maybe not in this instance. Anyways, we will get this folded up. Oh, we want to get out the way of the Alice. What I'm going to do is take this back to the farm. I can't really tell how... Is this doing its thing? There we go. Right, let's have a look actually at the map and see. It's a bit hectic to start here, but we are getting it in. And luckily this is the last thing we have to do for this month. We just have to get the wheat in, and as you can see it's all growing very nicely, and it is getting rolled pretty well, actually, really well. Better than I expected. I will of course touch up any missed bits, and we can make our way back to the farm, but actually before we do, 2 things I wanted to show you. One, we might as well check the sales, nothing in. I wanted to show you the other drill that I'm on about. So it's this Great Plains one here. Really nice. We have the single no-till and the no-till... Actually, wait a minute. This is familiar. I used this in on Castelnau. That's why it looks so familiar. Anyways, whatever. At least, at least we have this one here working fine-ish. But this drill is the same width. It does go a bit quicker as well, but it's not no-till. So we do have to cultivate first, which is fine. I do like the fertilizer setup, how it does an exact amount of one versus the other versus seed. So this is something we could possibly work towards, and it would be a bit cheaper, but that's because it is a no-till drill. So we do have all the other base game ones as well, but they are really, they're very European, as far as I'm aware, focused. Maybe not the horse ones, maybe those ones are a bit more both, but again, I'm not too familiar with that. So we will just look into other options. If anyone has any suggestions for some other options, please do let me know. We do actually own a cultivator, but it is very small, and it's not really that quick, but we could stick that on a small tractor and just have it kind of go. We could stick it on the Alice even and just let it do its thing. I don't think we have any other sort of cultivators that are like that. Yeah, see, that's the biggest one we have at 5.3 meters, but it's alright. It's something that we can definitely do, or like, you know, get something bigger in the future. But that's 440 horsepower. That is mental. At 14, what is that, 7.5 meters? Yeah, some of these are massive. So yeah, this one could be pulled, I think, by the case, but just barely. Actually, probably not. This one would be unlikely, but 5 meters. We're at 5 meters there. So that's something else I'd like to sort out. Oh, right. And one other last thing before we head back to the farm is Oggerwagon. So we do have a Kilbros one, which is pretty wicked at only £24,000. So this is definitely something that we could use for that, but it seems a bit excessive for transporting seed. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, and we can extend it to 35,000. That's, I think, when we get to the big harvests, but maybe in time. Anyways, we'll take this back to the farm and then check on the helper doing the rolling. Right, so here we are back at the farm now, and I believe the helper has just completed the job, but I would like to get another helper to start another job while I get that one sorted. So I did fill up with as much lime as I could get in there, which is nearly 6,000 litres. And 2 fields in, and we've used, so in these 2 fields, we've used 4,000 litres it was, well, 6,000 litres. So I think that a good thing to do, I'm going to buy another, I don't want to buy 50,000 litres, but I'll buy 10,000 and go from there. Yeah, let's fill this up. So that full, I think, is at 8. Right, and we had about, so we did use about 4,000 litres, I believe, so we've still got another 8,000 in there, so we'll see how it goes. What I'd like to do, though, is bring this to our nearest field, which is the one just on our land here, field 70... I want to say 71, I think it is. Basically what I'd like to do is get the lime started on that with a helper while I'm getting the rolling cleared up, so that in April we can get a bit of a head start and send a helper off to do the rest of the liming in the other fields while we get the planting done. Because we do have silage corn that we're going to be putting into here. The biggest reason I would like to do it in this field first is because our fermenter is right there, so it'd be nice and handy to have that. But yeah, I think here we'll just get this started. I can't remember the width, but I do remember it being quite good. Oh wow, yeah, it's very good. So this won't take very long at all. Just going to stick a helper on, should be fine. Yeah, it's going through it so quickly, blimey. pH is perfect. It's still a bit flickery, but not too bad. So yeah, we'll let that sort itself out. We'll get this... What's happened? How'd you get over here, mate? Wow, impressive. Okay, well, I think I'll get the rest of this rolling done off camera, and then once that's done, we can have a check on the helper, see how they got on. I think it's safe. It must be safe to just drive through. There we go. Just give the, give the wheels a bit of a cleaning, that's all. Right, there's just a little bit here, a little bit there, and a little bit there. We'll get it tidied up off camera. We'll see you when it's done. Right, so not terrible by the helper here. We just have a small bit here that needs to get done. The nice thing about precision farming is that for the most part it shouldn't take more than it requires for that particular space, which is great. We'll probably head back up to the farm just to fill this up, because then we'll be heading to our other fields to get them sorted as well. So that does us for March. I will get this filled up. We've got the Alice there. We'll hop into this field with the Alice Chalmers and the planter at the beginning of April. So we'll see you then. Good morning and welcome to a beautiful April morning. Right, we do have quite a bit in property maintenance fees, nearly 2,000. That's going to be every single month. So yeah, that's quite a bit. I'm not sure if it's all the different kit that I've placed or all the different sheds and all that. Either way, it is not cheap. So I think the first thing we need to do is have a look at our lovely fields. Of course, we're going to have some weeding that needs doing. Now I wonder, actually, the weeder that we have, which is right here, it does only require 50 horsepower. So I'm thinking it might be time to bust out the John Deere as well. So I think we'll head over here, fire it up for the first time. Oh yes. Sounds lovely. Right, let's get a move on. So at least this is something that a helper could do. If not, because sometimes I know that it doesn't really like doing weeding, like the helpers, they don't really respond well to that, then we might have to do it ourselves. But either way, I think we should have no problems getting down to the field. I'm going to try and set it on a bit of a helper to get there, like to drive there on the road. Hopefully they can make it. If not, we'll just drive it down there ourselves, but we really do need to get started on the planting. The nice thing is, it's not imperative that we get all the crops we need in April. The silage corn, absolutely, I'd like to get that done first, and then any other corn that we can do. I'm just going to try from here and see if they have the ability. Let's try. Oi! Hey, that's wicked! I wonder if I could have done it from at the farm. Anyways, top lad, appreciate you. Really, really appreciate that. Now we'll head over to the Alice here. I will leave the roller here because we'll need it here next time. There we go. We're all set. Should probably send... Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'll get the planter connected. Yes. Yeah, we'll get the planter set up because we have to get that silage corn in. But we also have to lime the other fields. So that's something we're going to get sorted as well. I'm probably going to do the first one myself just because it's very small and it's on the way to another one that I can set a helper on. But we do have to get connected here to our case cyclo. Absolutely lovely. Now we do have to, and luckily with this one as well, we can add in solid fertilizer. So that is really, really a nice thing to have. So we'll do not soybean, sugar beet, cotton, narrow, but silage corn. That's perfect. So I don't know exactly what silage corn is, but it sounds good. I imagine that would be specifically for silage, which is exactly what I'd like to use it for. So for foraging and that. So I don't know exactly what that means, but if anyone has any insight as to what, please do let me know. Right, so we're getting the fertilizer in. That's all sorted. Now we can go over here to our seed silo and get the seed in as well. Oh, nope. Is it a different compartment, perhaps? Sometimes it's Z instead. Ah, there we go. Yes, I still have this issue where I have to get out of the vehicle to refill things. It's still extremely frustrating, but it is what it is. I don't know. Now, haven't found a fix for it. I don't even know what the problem is. It sometimes doesn't even do it, so I don't know. I'm at a loss. Anyways, hopefully, because I'm seeing now that we have a 75% ratio of fertilizer, which seems the wrong way round. It should be 75% seed in, and then the rest as fertilizer, but that's fine. It is what it is. The helper is done, so that means they've arrived. So before we crack on with this planting, we will check on them and get them. Hopefully we can get a helper set up on that weeding, but we will see in just a moment. I know I've got lots of kit to go through, but that is... oh wow, look how nicely it's taken already. Blimey, that wheat is coming very quickly. Now please, please, please allow me to weed with a helper. We've just got too much on. Got too much on. Nice. Please continue on. Right, let's get this unfolded. It's just all a brand new series, always going to be a touch hectic. Do you know what I mean? It's always going to have lots going on in the initial starting phase. Which reminds me, I do need to get tab to the case and get it sent to another field. Now, I would like to actually drive to this field, so maybe I will just wait. Well, we have seen it, so you'll see in a moment where it is. So let me see. Create job. And we are literally just going down here to 57. So if that's possible, it's not. Okay, that's alright. We'll go back out to the main entrance there, and hopefully it can be done from there. Again, it's just something that, yeah, we have to see if it can be done, because although the fields are close, they're still just far enough away that it's a bit of a faff to drive to. So if I can have a helper go there, then happy days. But I don't mind. I knew that this series was going to be a bit more on the slow pace, sort of hectic side, so I'm really not too worried about it. Oh, it's unreachable, is it? Right, well, tell you what, I'm just going to drive down there, do a quick jump cut, see you in a moment. Alright, here's field 57, and it should literally take seconds. I'm not going to do it, though, because I do want to get focused on the... well, who's done now? Oh, no. It's not, though, is it? It's not de-weeded, is it? Not even close. Right, well, that is a touch problematic. And I know that a sprayer would be no better, but at least with a sprayer it would be done a bit quicker. Because if I have to do this all myself, blimey, at 11 kph, it's going to take bloody ages. Right, well, we'll just have to hope for the best here. Right, let's get that lowered down. Silage corn, and we are planting in. Right, at least something is going to plan, sort of. That's good. We're putting in a lot of solid fertilizer, that's for sure. But we are definitely going through seed. If those numbers can stay... no. We've just got so much less seed in the planter. But it's alright, at least we are putting in our silage corn. The nice thing as well, once we get these fields dealt with, the next time that we have to deal with them in terms of lime, fertilizer and all that, it'll be so much less because we've now put an initial sort of application of especially lime. I find that the pH and all does tend to require quite a bit of lime the very first time you do it, but anything after that is really not all that bad. And it doesn't have to be perfect either. We've got a really good setup here. I am a bit tempted to do more than one field in silage corn, but we do have the alfalfa. So if worse comes to worse and we do need more, and there's tons of grass around, all this is our grass. We can go and cut the bits. Actually, that's something else we could do when we have the time for it, to ferment a bit of grass as well, not just corn. But of course, that's going to be the main focus, is getting corn silage in, which is why we're planting it. So, I think what we'll do is I will probably have to stick this on a helper to keep a tab on everyone else. I don't know if any other helpers are done or not. Let's just have a look. Ah, the weeder helper is getting on, it seems, or at least is stopped in place, but we'll have a look in a minute. I do quite like this planter, it's very efficient. Very efficient indeed. So yes, I will set this on a helper. It might be a bit funny. If I can put it at an angle, that would be best. But let's have a look. So yes, obviously, as you're watching this now, you'll know that I've set this at 2 days a week. I reckon that's best because, as I say, this series might go a bit slower, but we will have to just see kind of how it goes. I don't want to put any definite time on anything because I'm just not certain. I'm not 100% certain of what the plan is. It might get dropped down to 1 day a week. My plan initially... Has that done anything? Did you just go straight and then stop? Yeah, it's exactly what happened. Right. Initially it was going to be once a week, but I have decided that, you know what, go on then. I'd like to do it twice a week and have 6 episodes a week, because, well, I just really want to be honest. Now that Euro Truck is going to be turned into a live stream at some point, I haven't decided all those details just yet. Any feedback, again, really appreciated. Appreciate that very much. But yes, I fully intend on doing this 2 episodes a week. Probably going to stick it on the... I haven't decided yet, because it's not then yet, but I think it'll be Thursday, Friday, and then Land of Italy will be Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Monday will be nothing day, because that could possibly be when a live stream happens. It won't be every Monday. It might not even be once or twice a week. Oh, sorry, twice a month even, possibly. But we shall see. I do love Euro Truck, but it just didn't work out as a series. I much prefer it as a live stream. I do, between the two, I definitely prefer Farming Simulator, obviously. That's what we're doing right now, which is why I've decided to opt for a series of Farming Simulator instead. Right, rambling away. As you can see, there is a field there that needs to be sorted. I'm going to go and do that in a time lapse while I keep an eye on the other helpers. Well, this has been quite a thing. Unfortunately, the helper would go as far as they could and then stop because they just couldn't figure out exactly where the next bit of crop was, because it is so scattered. The weeds are very scattered in this, in these fields. So I have a couple of options, I suppose. This is mental. I mean, I could do this. It's not terrible. I could probably get this whole thing de-weeded in a reasonable amount of time. It's just so difficult to see where the weeds are. You can see a few every once in a while, but let's have a look here and check out the map and see. Yeah, I've done alright, but it's still frustrating when there's big clumps that I missed. But some of them you can't even see. I'm just going to go get this one down here at least. Another thing I might check into, I don't know what's happening with that flickering texture issue, but yeah, it's not a big problem. Really, stuff like that doesn't bother me all that much. If it's consistent, yes, but if it's like that, it's not too bad. Anyways, I think that's where it was. But anyways, one of the options that we could do for this, aside from just leaving it speckled, would be courseplay. I really need to look into how to work courseplay again. It's been a while. I did use it in 19, but I haven't used it in FS22 for some time. So I think for now, I'm just going to leave this here, because, yeah, we have to get the Alice, we have to get sorted. I did try and get it here. I'll bring it to the road again and try again. I did try in that time lapse to get both the case back here and the Alice over there, and neither worked, which is frustrating. Again, that could be something that auto drive would be very useful for, if possible. Target unreachable. It's literally down the road, mate. Right, well, for now then, I'm just going to tuck it to the side. As I did with the case. I know we don't have to, no vehicles come down this way or anything, but case is sat there as well. I really don't know with this if I should switch to a sprayer. What weeding options are there, really? I mean, they're so expensive. 15 meters, that's not terrible. 45,000 though, this is, yeah, so much less. And it goes a bit quicker. Oh, it's literally 3 times the size. Maybe we will have to invest in something a bit bigger for the future. Because, yeah, I don't really want to have a weeder and a hoe, but we could also look at sprayers as well. Because we do have a few of these options here. Even at 9 meters, that's, I think, better than we're doing, especially at 16 kph. But then we have to buy herbicide, which can cost quite a bit. Yeah, so many options. We do have that sprayer as well, that other John Deere. It's not exactly a vintagey type, but it's fine. And we do have the See and Spot and Spray Spot, which is very expensive, but it would get it done. I think maybe looking into... Yeah, we'll stick over here for now. Looking into courseplay, I think, might be the best option for us. But, yeah, there we have it. I really do like this John Deere 5403. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. And it, to be honest, it did a good job. It handled it very well. But and it got the John Deere weeder on. It's all looking very nice like that. But this is our biggest field. Thank goodness for that. Because, I mean, 73, when we put the sorghum in, might be a bit more problematic. But stuff like, you know, 71 will probably have weeds. 57, 72 doesn't because it's alfalfa. But, yeah, 32... as well. But nevertheless, that is where we will leave this for today. We did manage to get loads, a fair amount done at least. We got the this field all sorted, and we got at least we got some more crop in with the silage corn. So we have to get that rolled. We have to get all the other fields planted as well. I was going to say drilled, but we do have a sorghum crop to drill, but there's no real rush for that. The corn, though, I'm really looking forward to getting that planted, harvested, and then dried, so we can sell dried corn. I think that would be really good as well. So, that does do us for this episode of American Farming. I hope you've enjoyed the first 2, having them back to back. I think it's going to be really good. I really am liking this series. Always going to be a struggle to figure something out. In this case, it's sorting out the weeding, and of course the transportation. I don't mind driving back and forth. That's easy with jump cuts, and that's not that bad. But a job like this would really be beneficial to have a helper do it, which is where courseplay comes into play. So might have to look into how that works, as it's been a while. I'm sure there's a fantastic YouTube tutorial out there somewhere. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, a cheeky thumbs up really does help out the channel, and please subscribe. So until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.